live inside the SRC Arena where UC Riverside is taking on Cal Baptist in men's basketball tonight. My name is Pep Fernandez, joined by Jeff Gorham. We will have the game live tonight on Big West TV as well as GoHighlanders.com. And Jeff, this is a game that we've all been waiting for a long, long time.
Well, I'll tell you what, these two teams battled it out, I think 51 times over the years, but there's been a lull in the action. And for the first time ever, and this is the greatest thing, and I think I've talked about this, this is the biggest sporting event that the city of Riverside has ever had at the college level, by far, nothing close. Now,
you put that out on Twitter, and it caught on really fast. Yeah. And people were retweeting it and liking it. It was the biggest. In fact, I went on KCal 96.7 FM this morning, and I said, the rumor around town is, and I'm hearing from very distinguished people, that this is the biggest sporting event for college in the city of Riverside ever, and that's the truth, right?
It really is, and if you think about it, there's a couple defining moments in college basketball here in the city of Riverside. One being that UC Riverside beat the #1 ranked team, Iowa, in the it was over in Hawaii years ago, and that was a giant moment in sports, college sports history here. Another was when UC Riverside became a Division I program. The third defining moment was when Cal Baptist now enters the fray as the second Division I program in the city of Riverside. So this is just going to be the topper. This is the fun, the crosstown showdown, as they're calling it, tapping it. A great, great time.
Yeah, it's going to be a sold-out crowd. In fact, it's already getting pretty full inside here at the SRC Arena. Here's my conspiracy theory, Jeff, and it just happened, and I think you're on board with this as well. The fact that we just saw David Patrick roll in the same time as Rick Croy, Cal Baptist head coach. So my conspiracy theory is the two head coaches carpooled to beat traffic, save on gas.
Well, my thought, I think the same thing is, their wives are probably coming together, so they met at Coach Croy's house or Coach Patrick's house.
Got maybe a little bite to eat this afternoon.
And so they ended up picking each other up. They drove over here together, and it is a special occasion for them. I know right now they're nervous, but they're very good friends. They've been on the same staff. They cross paths, and it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, this game feels different than the rest. It just feels different. There's a lot of excitement around this contest. Now, you're not going to win a championship tonight. There's no conference title on the line, none of those things. But in terms of just building this rivalry that they're dubbing the Crosstown Showdown, I mean, this is big. This is the first time that they've both been at the Division I level and now going head-to-head. So this series will continue. So next year we'll be inside the CBU Event Center, but tonight it's here at the SRC Arena.
Well, let's talk about some of those records. That 49-2 is what UC Riverside holds the advantage over California Baptist University. They're 20-0 at home on the road at California Baptist, and tonight all those records. Clear them out, my friend, because whoever wins tonight will have bragging rights for the next year.
Now, I know since you're dropping stats, here's some more numbers to pass along to you. And Colin, can you fix that cord? I don't want someone to trip on that over there. So the last time they played the year was 1999. That was a long time ago.
Another century ago.
And it was last century. UCR won that game by a score of 112-91. So that was a shootout. That was on November 18th, 1999. So last century, Jeff, you're right. And the last time CBU won in this series was 1977. So there is a lot of history between the Highlanders and the Lancers. We just haven't seen it in a long, long time.
No, and think of it this way. The series goes back to 1955. That's probably before your parents were even born, Pep.
Yeah, it's right around there.
And I'll tell you what, I was a part of this series at one time, came up on the losing end to UC Riverside.
You played UCR?
We played UCR, lost to them in a tough one. I had to play.
What year was that? We got. Don't we have the stats, all the scores?
It was in 1994.
It was, huh?
Yeah, and our center went down, and I was a guard. I had to play post, and it was tough. A guy named Daryl Flicking, who played here, played one game at UC Riverside under John Macy, had 35 points, and left the team immediately after beating us. So he averaged 35 for the year. He beat Cal Baptist. And he sent us home feeling really upset.
A one-hit wonder. Drops 35 and says, "I'm out." Like George Costanza just walked right out.
And gave it up, but it was always a very big series. When I was a kid, I remember going to the games. It wasn't in this gym. It was over in the old gym. And every year it was just a fun time. All of Riverside came out. and I'm looking forward to seeing the same thing tonight.
So again, Jeff and I will be on the call tonight live on Big West TV, and the audio will also be broadcasted on GoHighlanders.com. So if you go to UCR's website, GoHighlanders.com, you go to the men's basketball portion of the website and go on the schedule. They have links so you can watch the video. Maybe you're just driving around, you want to listen to the audio, you can do that as well, but it's all at GoHighlanders.com. So both teams, Jeff, have been on the road quite a while. They've had some tough games in some tough places. UCR opened up at Oregon State. CBU just had a game at number 6 Nevada. So they've had these tough road trips, but now they're coming back to Riverside to get together here in the Crosstown Showdown. But their records are almost identical. CBU's 2-4, UCR's 2-5. A lot of road games. So in a sense, they're kind of the same team at this point, before you dive too deep into the numbers.
Yeah, and think of it this way. You know, Coach Patrick, brand new system, brand new guys. He's still trying. They're trying to find their identity. I've been on the road with them. You've been on the road with them. And I'm starting to see a pattern. I'm noticing that this coaching staff, Coach Patrick and his guys, they're playing based on their scouting reports, and they're doing a great job. They're adjusting every single game. If they want to run up and down the floor, they can do that. But they've played possession basketball. Nearly got hit.
Yeah.
They're playing possession basketball, which is going to keep them in ball games, and we're going to see a lot of that tonight.
All right, we're going to hear from both head coaches, Rick Croy for CBU and David Patrick from UCR. In fact, we just caught up with Coach Patrick back in the locker room moments ago as part of our pregame show for the broadcast on Big West TV and GoHighlanders.com. So here's our interview with Coach David Patrick, and then we're going to follow that up again with Rick Croy in just a moment. So here's UC Riverside head coach David Patrick.
And welcome to the Highlander pregame show as we're getting you all set for UC Riverside hosting California Baptist. We're joined by Highlanders head coach David Patrick. Coach, this is going to be a pretty special environment tonight. This Crosstown Showdown, as they've billed it, it's a very big thing for the community. The place is going to be sold out. You know Rick Croy, the opposing coach. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be excited about this game. Are you excited about this contest?
Oh, we are. Beyond a doubt, we're excited not only to be playing back at home, but also to play our crosstown rival. And it's always added flavor when you're playing a friend who's also a great coach. So it should be a great challenge for our young team.
Now, the Lancers come in kind of similar to you guys, a lot of road games. The records are similar. When you see this team, without giving away all your secrets, what are some of the matchups that you're going to be looking for when you play CBU tonight?
Look, I think because, as you said, I'm friends with Rick. I know his teams are going to be tough, and they'll rebound the ball extremely well. And they're relentless, kind of like his personality. And so we got to be tough on the boards, first and foremost, which we haven't been consistent at. The other part is they got a two-head monster and they're two senior guards in Aqua and Heading. And, it's going to be a challenge on how do we stop them. We have to stop them as a team. They're too good to stop one-on-one. But if we can contain them and get them to taking tough shots, good things can happen for us.
And on the flip side, out of your own team, what are you hoping to see out of the Highlanders tonight? You want to see some threes? You want to see high field goal percentage? I mean, if you get the box score at the end of the night and you look at a specific stat and you're like, okay, we did that well, we shot threes or we hit these baskets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Where's the key at for you
guys?
Look,
I think if we can win the rebounding war, that gives us a hell of a chance tonight. If we can defend the three and make them shoot a low percentage from the three-point line, that keeps us in good stead. And then taking care of the basketball. I think if we can do that, we'll make shots, and shots come and go. But if we can defend, rebound, and take care of the ball, I think we can have a successful game here tonight.
All right, that's UC Riverside head coach David Patrick as we are in the pregame for the Highlanders hosting CBU next here on Big West TV and Go Highlanders.
All right, so that was David Patrick breaking it down here on our pregame show. And Jeff, go ahead and keep cranking those up. Audio levels are really low. But UCBU and UCR getting together. That was David Patrick, as we promised. Rick Croy as well. We talked to him on Tuesday leading up to this game. In fact, this was an interview we had live on the Inland Sports TV show on Tuesday. The entire interview, Jeff, which is about 7 minutes long, you can find that right now on the Inland Sports YouTube channel. But here's a snippet, just basically talking about his relationship with David Patrick and also playing UCR because, Jeff, as we mentioned, the two coaches know each other very well.
Yeah, in fact, Coach Croy, he's a UC Riverside guy. He was an assistant coach for...
people forget that. He coached here.
Yeah, for John Macy. In fact, Coach Justin Bell recruited Rick Croy. Crazy stuff.
Man, small world between these two schools. Here was Rick Croy talking about the matchup just a couple days ago on the Inland Sports TV show.
Well, Thursday night you play on the road at UC Riverside, which I use on the road very loosely because it's across the street. But when you look at this game, I know you're friendly with Coach David Patrick. Are you excited about this matchup? What it means for the local community, what it means for Riverside, and potentially a nice win for CBU on Thursday night?
Yeah, we're excited about the game. I think there's a lot of people in the community that are talking about it, and if the game wasn't taking place, there'd be a lot of enthusiasm, that everyone would be missing out on. I think there's going to be a great turnout. I think it's good for basketball in the community. I think it's good for UCR and CBU and things moving forward in both programs, trying to build something special. So I think Thursday night's a really, really good night.
All right, so that was CBU head coach Rick Croy talking about the matchup tonight. Again, the full interview with Coach Croy on the Inland Sports YouTube channel. We go 7 minutes talking about the start of the season, which included games at Nevada. There was a triple overtime game against Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Oral Roberts, Tulsa.
The buzzer beater at Oral Roberts that ended up as the #1 play on ESPN's Top 10 Sports Center, the highlights. So it's been a whirlwind for CBU to start the season. And we know it's been the same for UCR as well, Jeff, because you've lived it. You've been with these guys traveling all over the place, playing really good teams. Oregon State, UNLV, they played Pacific. They played some good basketball teams.
And I'll tell you what, the best team I saw them play this year was Abilene Christian. Abilene Christian right now is 7-0. And it was a very, very solid tournament at the University of Pacific. Had a win against Elon, but played a very much improved Pacific team this year. UC Riverside's still trying to find their legs. Just because they have a new coach, new players, they've just kind of got to mesh.
Well, there is a feeling out period of sorts, with a new coach and a lot of new guys. There was not a lot of returning players on this UC Riverside basketball team. Obviously, a good one is Dikembe Martin. He is the leading scorer for UCR and for CBU. I mean, maybe that's the matchup we're going to watch, is the guard play between Dikembe Martin of UCR and CBU's Milan Aqua, who's a Washington State transfer, leads the team in assists. He drops 20 a game. Jeff, I saw him warming up. He doesn't look like everybody else. He looks different.
He is a grown man.
Oh, my gosh. He looks great.
And when you play in the Pac-12, it's a different level. That's a power conference. And when it comes with a power conference and you transfer, it gives you confidence. And that confidence level is shown. He's averaging 20 points on the dot this year. He can shoot the ball. He's strong. He can penetrate. He is a true playmaker.
All right, we're going to wrap up our live pregame show here on Inland Sports so we can turn things over and give people a chance to get over to GoHighlanders.com. Again, you can find the link to Big West TV to watch the game live there, or if you're in your car, you can listen to the audio as well, just the audio. So we're going to shut down our live preview show and then turn it over to GoHighlanders.com. A big thanks to our fine sponsors, Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training, and Catalano Motors in Corona. Couldn't thank them enough. Again, huge atmosphere tonight. It's a sold-out crowd, right? We heard it's sold out.
Sold out. Riverside is coming out to check it out.
So if you want to see the game and you don't have a ticket, GoHighlanders.com is your place to either watch it live on Big West TV or listen to the game live as well with a live audio stream. For Jeff Gorham, I'm Pep Fernandez, and we'll talk to you after the game. Make sure you follow at Inland Sports on Twitter. We'll give you updates, and we'll also be producing a highlight video for Riverside TV. We'll see you after the game. It's Highlanders and Lancers here at the SRC Arena.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You're going to save thousands of dollars at Catalano Motors. And Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona.